let's go over 3 methods to remove your camera background from your live stream or video. We'll also look at optionally adding a background like the one you're seeing now. And this is going to work for all major streaming platforms, including TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, as well as recording videos. And some quick requirements and optional extras. This is for PC or Mac. And to state the obvious, you're going to need a camera or a webcam plugged into that PC or Mac. And this can work without any of these optional extras. But one of the methods uses TikTok Live Studio. One of the methods requires an Nvidia graphics card 20 series or above. And one method does require a physical green screen. I'll be using the Elgato green screen, which is this affiliate link on the screen. Your camera will also probably look better with good lighting. I use the Elgato key light, which is what this affiliate link is. And of course, if you want to add something to your background, you're going to need some graphics, and you can get them from Fiverr or wherever else you get your graphics from. So let's start with what you're looking at right now. And this is the background removal tool provided by Nvidia Broadcast with a looped video added in the background. So let's get that set up. So of course, this one is for Windows because it needs a 20 series or above Nvidia graphics card. And we're just going to find the Nvidia Broadcast app on the Nvidia website and just download it, run through the installer and accept any of the default options. And you'll probably end up on a page like this. We're going to focus on the video page, but I also find that the audio page is useful. Let's start in the settings though, and if you're going to use this frequently, you might want to make sure you launch it on startup. And now let's click on video, and pretty simply just select your camera from the drop down list. So you can see for me that is my OBSBOT tail camera, and then further down where it says virtual background, you can click the drop down to look at the options. I've chosen the remove background option, which completely removes any background. And I'm going to add in my own background using my broadcasting software, and then just make sure it's checked. And you can now click the eye icon to get a preview of what it looks like. And if it's working correctly, you'll see it's just me and my chair with a black background, aka background has been removed. One other thing to note, make sure you click this drop down list and select whatever camera quality you want. You can see I've set mine to 4K. So now we just have to add this to our software, and this works on all broadcasting software, including TikTok Live Studio, OBS, Streamlabs, and Meld, with the caveat that in TikTok Live Studio, you might have to stream 3 times first, with each stream being over 25 minutes, because that is what you need to do to unlock virtual cameras inside Live Studio. So for now, let's just disable the preview as we don't need it. And as an example, let's add it to OBS. Like I said, you can add it to any software, and it is broadly the same step in each piece of software. So what is that step? You need to add 2 sources. You need to add firstly your background, if you're choosing to use one, and then secondly your camera. If you add them in the wrong order, in all software, you can drag the order of the sources to reposition them. Let's start by adding in our background. I'll talk a little bit more about graphics at the end, so you can check the timestamps for that. Your background will either be an image or a media source, aka a video file. As you saw at the start of the video, for me it is a video file which is on loop, so I'll choose media source. Give it a sensible name according to what your file is and press OK and click browse to find it. It will sometimes show a preview here. For me it's not showing the preview. We'll ignore that for now, and most importantly, make sure you loop the video, otherwise it will just play once and then there'll be a black screen behind you. All of these other options should be fine, so let's press OK, and as you can see, my background has now appeared. If you need to resize it, just drag the red squares to resize it. You can also get more options by right-clicking and going transform, for example, fit to screen. So my background looks great, let's just lock it into place. If you have a vertical setup like I have on my OBS, just repeat the process with your vertical sources. Of course, let's add the camera now, so that's another source, and the camera is a video capture device. Again, it will be a similar option in most broadcasting software. I'll call it Nvidia Broadcast Cam and press OK. And the great thing about the Nvidia Broadcast camera is you can use it in multiple places. You can see right now it's actually on my OBS here, and I'm using it to record with Meld at the same time. So I've added the correct camera. Make sure you choose resolution FPS type custom and just match it to what you set it. So I set it to 1080p and had it on 30 FPS, so we'll match it. Sorry, it's 4K, not 1080p. And the other options are fine, so we'll press OK. And now the camera is added. Of course, for me, because it's 4K, we do have to actually shrink it down. So I'll right click, transform and fit to screen. And as you can see, even though we're not using a proper green screen, it looks pretty good. So to finish up, I'll just stick it quickly, again same process on my vertical canvas, and I'll also just lock it into place so we don't click on it while we're live or recording. What if you want a setup like this where you are in the corner and showing your computer screen? Let's quickly set that up. You've probably got the hang of it already. Of course, you'll need a new scene in OBS, and then instead of your background, you're just going to add a display capture instead with a relevant name and choosing the correct display from the drop-down list. Typically the other defaults are fine, so you press OK. Again, repeat that in vertical mode if you want, lock it into place, and then just re-add your camera, which by now is already added to OBS or your other software. So you just choose video capture device, add existing, and once again you have to resize it. This time I'll just drag the squares, and then you just place yourself wherever you want in the relevant size on the screen. So I'll make myself a bit smaller, and for example, if I want to go in the other left corner this time, I'll place myself there, maybe shrink myself down a bit more, and you can use the arrow keys to place yourself pixel perfect. And then again, just lock it into place when you're happy and set yourself up on the vertical canvas as well if you want to do that. Let's now look at TikTok Live Studio. So here we are inside TikTok Live Studio, and TikTok Live Studio actually has its own background removal software which doesn't need Nvidia Broadcast. TikTok Live Studio is on its way for Macs. So hopefully by the time you're watching this video, this will work for both PC and Mac. There's a full Live Studio beginner tutorial on my channel page. I'm going to assume you know the basics of how to add your camera, and you don't need this green screen that you're seeing in the background. I've just got it set up for the third part of this video. Regardless, let's click settings on the left against your camera. You can also right click and click on settings, and you can see, look at all these options. There is a ton of options. Firstly, I would just check that your camera is set at least to 1080p, and let's click on background. And the option we want is this cutout option, and you can see it has immediately removed my background. You can also see it's not quite as good as the Nvidia Broadcast option that we used at the start of the video. Regardless, for some people this might be our only option. So now we can optionally add a background here, and you can see Live Studio suggesting some of their own backgrounds, some of which appear to be AI generated. So you could just click on one to add this background. You can toggle the opacity between your own background and the virtual background. You can add a weird outline which just looks completely odd. And the chroma key option, that's the third part of the video, that's for real green screens. But you can also click on custom to add your own background, which is what we'll do. This option will only work with images. We'll look at how to add video backgrounds in Live Studio in a second. Let me pick this random lo-fi image which I used in a previous video. You can crop it if you want, like this. And once you do have it cropped, you can kind of drag the crop around. Let me just reset the crop though, and we'll use the whole image. Just press save when you're happy with it, and you can see I've now got this lo-fi bedroom looking type image. When you're happy, just press apply, and you can see I'm now added to Live Studio with my background removed, without a green screen, and with a nice image in the background. Now, what if I want a video background instead? Let me go back into the settings, back to background. I'm going to hover over my image and just press the X to remove it and press delete. It just seems to have added another one, so let me click original and then cut out, and that's what I want. And I'll press apply, and you can see it's just me with a black background. So now we're going to add as a source our looped video. So we'll set up again what we saw at the start of the video. So I'll choose the video option. Of course, I just find where it is. This time, let's just add our blue one, just for difference. Make sure it is looped. You really shouldn't have audio, but just in case, we'll mute the audio. Doesn't matter too much, but we can play it from the beginning if it's a long looped video. This is only 10 seconds, and add the source. You might get this pop-up. Don't worry, this is not copyrighted. I've literally purchased this, and it will appear somewhere on the screen. And we're going to have to reorder the sources, but to start with, I'm going to drag it to the top and just cover myself and put it in the correct area. So there we go. And now once you drag it down, you'll see that your camera now reappears over the top of it. And as a best practice, make sure you lock it into place so you don't accidentally click on it. So now I've got my own nice video background added to Live Studio without a green screen. And as our third option, let's look at how to actually use a proper green screen to remove the background. So as I said at the start of the video, I'm using an Elgato green screen. You can use my affiliate link if you also want to use that. I'm also using an Elgato key light because it is important that the green screen background is well and evenly lit. I also do have some natural light coming from one of my windows to my left, and I have a room light just overhead me as well. So once again, this is going to work in any streaming software, including Live Studio, OBS, Meld, and Streamlabs. It is once again very similar options, and as per usual, we start by adding our camera as a source, and that's a video capture device. This time we're going to use my Logitech StreamCam, so I'll just find that camera from the list. I'll configure it using the custom resolution, make sure it is the highest settings that the camera has, which is 60 FPS 1080p on this camera. I'll press OK to add it, and if parts of your camera are not showing the green screen, as mine is, you're going to start by cropping. So I'm going to hold Alt to drag the square so we can just see the parts with the green screen. If you know that you don't move around much, you could crop it even more. So for example, I could crop it like this and like this, but this might cut my hands off. So I'm just going to uncrop it a little bit to something like this. And now, how do we remove the actual green screen? Well, you need to find the chroma key filter settings. I'll show you a screenshot from TikTok Live Studio in a second, but let's set this up on OBS. And this will be pretty similar in Streamlabs and Meld. So I'm going to right click the camera, choose filters. This is an effect filter, and I'll press the plus button and find the chroma key option. The name chroma key is fine, so I'll press OK. And we can see immediately my background is somewhat removed, but it currently looks terrible. So then what I have to typically do is just play around with the similarity, smoothness, and key color spill reduction settings until I get it looking good. You can see here's just an example of me dragging the similarity slider up and down. And it's going to be different for everyone. Maybe yours was perfect first time, but for me, I found roughly 440, 70, and 1 works fine for me. This is also showing me now, if we just quickly close this and look back into OBS, that I've not cropped it properly. So let's make sure we actually remove all of the background, which isn't showing the green screen. When you're happy with it, just lock it into place. And again, the green screen background will be there if you want to add it to your vertical canvas as well. You'll just have to recrop it in your vertical canvas to make sure that the parts without the green screen are removed. And once again, let's add in a background. Again, you're probably familiar with this process if you watched earlier parts of the video. If your background doesn't move, you're adding a source for an image. If it does move like mine, we add a media source. If it already exists, you can click add existing and just add it. Let's pretend it doesn't exist. Let's add a different colored floating triangle background. So we'll give it a name and press OK. Make sure it is looped by checking the loop box and just browse to find it. Again, sometimes it won't show in the preview. Just press OK and it now appears. And again, the order of the sources matters. So drag it beneath your camera, resize it if you need to, and lock it into place. And now I am in orange triangle space. And once again, you just repeat the process on your vertical canvas if you have it. Once again, you would reorder them. You could resize them as you want, reposition yourself as you want, and don't forget to lock and unlock things so you don't accidentally click on them. If you have a green screen and you're using TikTok Live Studio, here's just a quick screenshot of what worked for me. But again, it's probably going to be different for everyone. These settings are in the same place as the virtual background settings, so go back in the video if you can't find these settings. I'll show them there. And again, just a quick mention of Fiverr. If you want to support my work and the work of independent artists, then you'll find literally thousands of artists who can make graphics for you. And I'll put my affiliate link for Fiverr both on screen and in the description. If you need a stream key to use OBS, Meld, or Streamlabs, you can watch this video.